Okay, so this is a point in the middle game that I was carefully considering. I think here this is where context becomes really important because we have to really recognize the imbalances on a contextual basis, meaning every situation is unique. So I need to be incredibly careful. I need to consider each situation or each position very uniquely because the pieces aren't necessarily, or the pieces involved, the degree of involvement for each piece varies between each position. So in this case, the light squared bishop for black wasn't active, and the two knights here are relatively developed. If I had to consider in terms of their whole keyhole squares, they have none because their pieces aren't developed. In terms of my pieces, my knight was pinned to my queen. My knight on c3 is pinned to my queen. This pawn, the pawn on e4 is at risk of being captured because it's attacked twice. So I felt like because of the move, the tactics weren't obvious. Now that I reflect on it, I think playing the move e5, moving the pawn into an attacking position, is a key definition of improving my position, because by moving my pawn up to e5, it's no longer under attack by the two knights and is now instead attacking both my knight or it's attacking the opponent's knight on f5, on f6, while also attacking the pawn on d6. When I did that move, when the pawn captured, this was also an opportunity to capture the free knight on c5, which I did. And then I had two choices. There were a lot of other choices to consider at this point, but I kind of got lazy in the moment, and I thought sacrificing my bishop would give an opportunity, because if the king took, this would be a discovered attack where I check my knight, use my knight to check the king while also creating a discovered attack on the queen with my queen, which he fell for. But otherwise, if he didn't go for it, I had other options as well. So just another instance of scanning the position carefully and really considering the context.